Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars and welcome to another First Impressions video. Today's First Impressions is for Space Engineers that has just been newly released on the PlayStation and is available on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Now this is a game I really have been quite hotly anticipating. This is exactly my sort of game. You can pick this up, I think it's $13.99 for like the base game. But also as well, you can kind of buy the full whack for £44 and you get a load of like the cosmetics and so forth thrown in for good measure. I've just basically bought the base game for the smaller amount, $13.99 or whatever it was. Now, straight off the bat, I want to make this very, very clear to anybody that's interested in buying this game, and it doesn't make it clear when you're purchasing the game, is that this is a beta, basically. So this isn't the finished article. So when you go in, there's a big notice right on the home page when you go into when the menu comes on the menu page, telling you that the game might not function properly. It may well crash, and they're working hard to fix any issues and problems. So just be warned, guys. And I'm going to talk about this a little bit later. That this game might not necessarily function the way you want it to function, but for those of you who are interested, what is Space Engineers? Well, this is a game that has been described by many, I suppose, as like Minecraft in space. It's a sandbox type game where you can build and create. It's a procedurally generated world or universe, whatever you want to call it. There's a different amount of planets that you can land on. There's a different amount of things you can build. You can kind of land on planets, build huge kind of complex space stations, bases on planets, and you can even build spaceships. There's a little bit of combat involved as well. It's got a little bit of everything going on for it, this game. And for those of you that really enjoy being creative and like to build and love things like Minecraft, or you're a fan of like base building, a little bit of survival mechanics, but it's more about the building, this game, and you don't mind that there's very little in regards to story here. It is basically a sandbox game where you create your own entertainment, really, for the most part. Now, this is a game I think that we are going to be able to play like with friends and things. But also as well, there's almost like when you first go into the game, it kind of recommends that you kind of do like the tutorials, and the tutorials kind of hold your hand and talk you through, and it will introduce you onto like the mechanics of the game and how the game works, and how you can do certain things in the game. So it is really, a complete sandbox. You could do whatever you want here. You can build what you want to build. You're mining for resources, and you could just let your imagination run wild. If that's your sort of thing, this will definitely be a game that will interest you. Right, but however, there's something I really do need to talk about here. Now, I bought this game, downloaded it, installed it, and I have been playing it now. And this really is just my first impressions for about maybe an hour and a half, something like that. And unfortunately, after that time, the game crashed. I thought, well, that's okay. They warned me that the game could crash. But unfortunately now, every time I restart the game, I'm trying to put the game back on, every time the main menu comes up, the game will literally crash. It will not let me back into the game. So guys, just be warned. If that really frustrates you, the fact that they've released basically what is an unfinished game as it stands, then you need to stay clear of this game. Certainly, I would give it a couple of weeks, maybe longer, until this has been patched a bit and improved. Because right now, this is a game that I essentially can't play. I've tried to load back into the game at least half a dozen times, and every single time it just crashes now. So while this is a game I want to play, and this is a game I want to learn how to play and get used to all the mechanics, so that I could potentially do a much more in-depth review for you guys in a few days, or however long it takes for me to, get used to everything and give you an in-depth review. Can't do that right now. So hopefully they get this fixed fairly quickly, because this is a game that I think has got an awful lot of potential, and it's a game that absolutely speaks to me because, as you know, if you follow my content, I love chill out games, and this looks very much like a chill out game. So, if you're interested in watching more of this, then just there's about another half an hour of this. You can see me getting used to the early part of the game. It does look really fun and really interesting, this game, and I was enjoying what I was playing for the most part in the early stages. But beyond that, it just keeps crashing, unfortunately. So I hope you found this video useful, guys, and don't forget to keep checking back on the channel for more reviews and content. So thank you very much.
No energy.
Military alert. Military alert. Military alert. Military alert. Alert. Military alert. Military alert. Military alert. Military alert. Military alert.
Inventory full. Inventory full.